Welcome to a podcast named Tim. I'm Zach, and this is another Power Rangers review. Power Rangers Beast Morphers, to be specific, episode 11, which is entitled Tools of the Betrayed. We're going to be doing a quick episode review and then giving our rating for Monster of the Week, which is Tooltron. So thank you for checking out the show. Give it a thumbs up on this video, and of course, subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into the review. So the Rangers are training at the Riptide Gym, and Devon has the other two Rangers, blindfolded. He's showing them how to tap into their animal instincts. And after their quick little session, his virtual reality headset that he's been saving up for arrives. He's very excited. Ben and Betty are the ones to deliver it. And before he has a chance to put it on and test it out, unfortunately, duty calls. Blaze is out, causing trouble, and Devon and the Rangers have to go. He, of course, asks Ben and Betty to take care of it and to make sure nothing happens. You know where this is going? They immediately play with it, Betty to be specific, and it's like a surf game, and she falls off the board, and they tease her falling and breaking it, and then it really happens after a shark in the virtual reality game attacks her. So Devon's new virtual reality game is broke. I'm sure he is not going to appreciate that. We jump to the Gold Ranger and Silver Ranger having a fight with some Tronics and Blaze. The primary Rangers show up, and a little bit of gung fu here. A lot of heavy blaster action in this fight, setting up what the storyline is going to be for today. Devon is able to destroy the Robotron maker. I don't think we've actually ever named that, but it's the actual briefcase that Roxy and Blaze have been using to download the virus and inject it into items. But he is able to destroy it, so a win for the Power Rangers there, and a little failure for Blaze. Nate is very happy with this news because now he has more time to work on some projects, including Gigadrone detectors, which they've been working on, and a Megazord combo, a new Megazord combo. So, which makes sense. We have two new Rangers that have come into play now, and I'm sure they'll be getting their own Megazord combination. Zoe finds out what happened with Devon's virtual reality headset. She tells Ben and Betty, don't worry, she'll take the fall because it'll be less angry with me. She does. Devon is obviously not happy, but he understands. He doesn't really buy it, but enough to at least stave off the anger for that time. Blaze, of course, is scolded by Evox, and Roxy is very elated because now she has an opportunity to impress Evox again and maybe be the one to get that upgrade. So she goes to Scrozzle, who has fixed the Robotron maker with a computer program, and she asks him to reverse the program via virus, and she's going to basically make a Robotron with the specific intent of destroying all of the Rangers' wonderful toys. And because without them, there will be helpless and powerless. A very good plan, and especially just, I don't know, good plan as always. Nate shows off the Gigatron detectors as far as how they work. They have to be assembled on site, and so the Rangers and Ben and Betty all disperse across town to set them up in different places around Coral Harbor. Again, this will let them know when Gigadrones are coming, and they do that, and Roxy shows up near where Ben and Betty are. She unleashes her new Robotron, which is a wrench. She infects a wrench. It becomes Tooltron. Very funny, of course, that a tool is going to be dismantling things, but Tooltron immediately is ordered by Roxy to take a shot at Zoe's communicator because she's shown up, and that way she can't morph. He misses, hits the Gigadrone detector, which falls apart. They don't notice it, and they go off. The Rangers get back to Grid Battle Force. They're checking in to make sure everything's working. They notice Ben and Betty's isn't. And the Rangers, Ravi and Nate and Devon, specifically Ravi and Devon, don't really believe that they went to go do what they were supposed to do. And Devon's very angry. Zoe tells him that, they did it. He is not happy, and then he basically lays in saying, I know you've been lying to me. Everyone fesses up to what they did. And then he basically tells Zoe, "Why should I trust you about this Gigatron detector business if you lied to me already?" And he says, friends don't lie. And so Zoe runs off. She's not very happy. Jax, her B-Spot, says, maybe you were wrong to lie, even if it was for a good cause. Ravi and Nate tell Devon that maybe he was a little harsh. But anyway, Ravi, Nate, Devon, and Steele, the boys, go to fix the Gigadrone detector. As they do so, of course, the Roxy and Robotron show up. Tooltron immediately blasts them with his tool blaster. I don't know if it has a name, but with his blaster, destroys their blasters immediately and their transporters, so they can't call in anything else. And then Roxy sends him off, the Robotron that is, to go deal with Zoe, to make sure she is disarmed as well. She says that she will take care of these Rangers. They're a little too much for her. Ravi uses his strength, guerrilla strength, and Devon uses his speed. But remember that the Tooltron does have that data chip on him, so he is going to be able to absorb one of the powers and catalog it. And we've already done the Blue Rangers. So now that he's going to go be with Zoe, we cut to her immediately, see that her morpher has been destroyed. She's surrounded by Tronics and has to use her super jumping ability to get away. Of course, the Tooltron logs this, and so that we now have two of the Rangers' powers. I would imagine next episode we'll get the third, and maybe the upgrade as well. Which we'll get into that in a minute. But anyway, the Cruz and the other Rangers show up. Cruz basically restocks everybody with a bunch of all the stuff that they need. And a fight ensues, of course. The Gold Ranger and Red Ranger use their Striker Zord or Striker Blaster and the Beast X Blaster combo in order to destroy him. And so he was kind of defeated kind of quickly, but we get to more of the fun stuff, as always, when we get to the Gigadrones. Scrozzle says that I should note that the Robotron, again, Tooltron, he has these like two giant wrenches that he's using as his weapons during this time when he's defeated. But anyway, he's defeated pretty quickly. Scrozzle says it's a new Delta mode for the Gigadrone, and I think that is correct. I think so far we've have Alpha, Beta, Gamma, and Delta are the different upgrade versions we've had. So we said it's the new Deltatron model. And what's interesting is, so we do see the detectors are working. They end up activating, and we do find out earlier when the Rangers were there and they were fighting Tooltron, Devon did realize that Zoe was telling him the truth earlier. But so all the Zords go out. We do see the Wrecker Zord in its new battle mode for the first time. Looks great. And what happens is, I don't know if this is going to be all of these Delta models, but a second Gigadrone comes out of the first one, but it's not really a copy of it, and it's not like some of the other ones where they have Gigatronics. It like an energy beam sucks a second Gigadrone out of it, like it's like demorphing. I don't know what the term is, but it was just an interesting process. So there are now two Gigadrones to fight. The Megazord is formed. They fight one of the Gigadrones because they're not having a good go of it, and the Striker Zord is formed. Striker Megazord is formed, which is the Gold and Silver Ranger. I really like the look of this. I think it looks better than the main Beast X Megazord. You can let me know your thoughts. It's got a little too many weapons. It's kind of like overloaded. If you ever watched, I think it was in Zoids, they had what's called I believe it was the Panzer version of the Liger Zero, where it just was like all weapons. Just anywhere there could be a blaster, there was a blaster. It kind of has that feel to it, but it does look really cool. And the Striker Zord uses a hyper, I think it was a hyper blaster. I may have written that down correctly, but they destroy one of the Gigadrones, and the Beast X Megazord uses a like a stomp, which was really cool. It like loads up its foot, loads the boot, jumps up high in the air, toe drop kick into the Gigadrome. They're both defeated. So a lot going on here. We've seen a lot. The Rangers are back at the Riptide Gym, and Devon apologizes with a cinnamon carrot freezy. Of course, they both apologize, realize they were both wrong, and the other Rangers show up with, or Ben and Betty show up with the fixed headset. Devon puts it on. He basically does the same thing they did and falls, but Ben and Betty do make the dive to save the headset. So, an action-packed episode. There was so many things going on, so many kayfabe and lore updates. I mean, we got the detectors set up. We got the new Megazord mode. We got the Beast X Megazord doing a different finisher. Uh, just so much stuff, and we got Blaze failing. I mean, there's only three powers to collect, and Roxy's done two of them. So, I think last episode I had said that I thought um, that Blaze would be the one to get the upgrade because I thought Roxy would be redeemed, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Roxy is going to be the one to get this upgrade, and she's going to be kind of the number two to the big bad, which would be interesting. Or maybe a Blaze will come in and steal it at the last second, and that'll be kind of what helps begin her process of turning. I don't know. It was a really good episode, but let's get into Tooltron and his rating. Um, if you've never seen any of these, we have a five categories we rate these on. Five is the most you can have in any category for points. If you were the greatest monster ever, it'd be 25 points. So the first category is look. And of course, the design of the monster, I gave him a 3 out of 5. It's basically like a wrench head with a like kind of a single red eye, and then a pink body. Don't know where the pink body came from, and then kind of like some tools sticking off from the undersides. I think it's an average monster, not bad way, but an average monster. 3 out of 5 again. Plan, I gave a 4. I think the idea of destroying the Rangers' gizmos and gadgets and is a great one. In some respects, from a story perspective, it would have been fun to see them have to find another way to overcome the challenge of the day without their tools so they could become better Rangers. But, they did have to learn how to trust each other. And that was not the story they were telling this time. But I gave it a 4. I think it's a good plan. Powers, I gave a 3 only because it was. I thought about a 4 because it is such a unique power as far as deconstructing and destroying everything. But that's all it had, and without its blaster, it was kind of funny. Without its blaster, without its tool, it was not really effective as a monster. So a 3. Success, I gave it a 4. I mean, it destroyed all of the Rangers. Excuse me, it destroyed the Yellow Ranger's Morpher. She wasn't able to morph, and it destroyed all of the other Rangers' weapons and their transporter, so they couldn't bring anything in. So I thought, that's as successful as you can be for a monster that is built. And it was earlier when it was doing that, it destroyed all the weapons, and then it took aim at Steel and was going to take a shot right at him and destroy him. So that only luckily missed by they gave him something to deflect it off of. But yeah, I gave it a 4 for success. But again, a 1 for the voice. These last few episodes, I don't know what the deal is. They've just been sneaking in those bad Power Ranger voices. But, it is what it is. I understand. Overall, again, with 3 4, 3 4 1, 3 for look, 4 for plan, 3 for powers, 4 for success, and 1 for voice. That is a 15 total. So certainly an average to above average, slightly an average monster essentially, and that's fine. That's kind of what this was. But overall, it was just really cool to get all of these different updates about where we are with things and new gizmos and gadgets and Zords and just all the stuff, because they've been very slow drip with this season. I mean, it took us how many episodes? Like 8 episodes to get a Megazord, and now it's just like, here's 2, and this can do different things. So really appreciated that. Let me know your thoughts on the rating for Tooltron, your thoughts on the episodes, your thoughts on the show. Of course, give us a thumbs up if you appreciated the video, and subscribe for all of our other wonderful content, including more Beast Morpher reviews, Mighty Morphin Power Ranger reviews, Mandalorian reviews, other Star Wars things, and other things. We also have our main show, which is what we mainly started this out as, which is me and my dad doing movie reviews, 3 a week. We have an audio version of that as well, available everywhere podcast, or you can watch the videos here on YouTube. So, but you can all do that if you subscribe. So we'll see you next time on a podcast named Tim.